What's up? In this video, what I want to do is show you how to solve for a missing value when we have supplementary angles. Now remember, supplementary angles are going to be two angles that are going to add to 180 degrees. So now that we have that knowledge, let's go and take a look at a diagram to help us be able to solve for our missing value x. All right, so you can see here we have a line, right? We have these two angles that make up the line. Now these are what we call a linear pair. They share a vertex as well as a side, right? An adjacent side. So, but again, since they add up to making a straight line, which is a straight angle, which again is 180 degrees, we know that these two angles are going to be what we call supplementary. So what we have here is the definition of, again, of supplementary angles is the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B is equal to 180 degrees. Now, the thing that we have missing here is we don't know the value of x. And in this problem, that's what we want to be able to solve for. So all we're simply going to do is just replace our measure of angle A with the expression 7x plus 5. And we're going to replace the expression measure of angle B with 28x, because obviously that's what those angle measurements are equal to. So when I go ahead and just go ahead and replace them, it's now going to look something like this. Okay, now the reason why I use parentheses is just as an old habit. In this example, we don't really need the parentheses. It's actually not going to be saving us for anything. However, I always think it's a really good habit, especially when we're dealing with negatives or subtractions, whenever you're substituting a value in for something else, to make sure you're using parentheses. Okay, so let's go ahead and now combine our like terms, so therefore we can go ahead and solve. So I have a 7x plus a 28x is going to be a 38x, and then I just have a plus 5 is equal to 180 degrees. Now I can go ahead and use this as a two-step equation to go ahead and subtract the 5 and then divide by a 38. And that's actually 7x plus 28 is actually going to be a 35. So let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, so now that we know what the missing value is, which x is equal to 5, there's one more step I want to go. A lot of times we use the idea of supplementary angles to be able to solve for a missing measure, but a lot of times we use it to actually find the measure of our angle. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to take 5 and I'm going to plug it into these two equations so we can actually find the exact measure of my angle. These angles are not drawn to scale, so please don't judge me on that regard. So let's just go ahead and now replace here 5 for my x. So the measure of angle A is equal to a 7 times 5 plus 5. Now 7 times 5 is 35 plus 5 is going to be a 40. And then we have measure of angle B, which is equal to a 28 times x. So 28 now times 5, because remember I replaced an x with a 5, and that is going to be 140. Now again, in this problem, we're looking at the degrees, so therefore I can put these as 40 degrees and 140 degrees. And again, guess what? Do you notice that 40 plus 140 adds to 180? We're all good. All right, in the next video, what I want to do is show you how to do this exact same process, but now with complementary angles.